I nuked fucking Twitter because I'm just pissed off.
ReviewTechUsa has gotten rid of Twitter. Yeah, if you look on his Twitter account, you can see that it says it no longer exists. Of course, the speculation is running rampant. There's a lot of people having a pretty good field day, which we're going to look at some of these tweets. But I wanted to talk about this situation, and I already know what some of you guys are going to be saying. Of course, Eric's going to jump on this. He's milking Review Tech. He doesn't get views. He doesn't get anybody attention and noticing him unless he's talking about Review Tech. Who gives a crap? This is YouTube. It's my platform to talk about things. And I did say, unless it's something big and noteworthy, I'll be moving on from talking about Review Tech. But we're talking about his Twitter account. Twitter is a huge social platform for creators, most notably people that do commentary videos, news videos, trending topics like Review Tech. So for him to take a step off of Twitter is a huge leap. So I'm going to talk about this whole situation. He did make a statement which was shown on his Discord account. If he wanted to keep this kind of hush, Discord was the last place to post because I've saw everybody from all of his detractors to former fans to other content creators post this statement. So you can see he said, I'm just making it silently known, which how can you make this silently known if you're posting it on Discord, that I've decided to shut down my Twitter account. I'm looking at this time period as a point to rebuild, both personally and professionally. Twitter was doing nothing more than hurting my career and damaging me psychologically. It was a choice that needed to be made and one that I have thought carefully about for quite a while now. It's time to focus on what's best for me and my future. Wherever that road leads me to, only time will tell. I appreciate you all. So, statement from him. You know what? Honestly, I'm not going to try to kick a man when he's down, although I do have my suspicions that he's been coming to my channel under various alt accounts and trying to stir up shit, but there's no proof on that, so I'm not going to talk about it. But I will say that he definitely needs to get some help. He needs to take a mental break. He needs to stay away from the internet as a whole. I'm not trying to say that I want him deplatformed. I'm saying for his mental health, obviously what's going on with him personally, he needs to take some time off. So, of course, the rest of Twitter was going to jump on this situation and basically do a little bit of a victory lap of themselves. So if you remember a while back, Review Tech had this stream called Victory, Sweet Goddamn Victory, where you had a tombstone saying R.I.P. Jay Hoof's career. This happened after the whole situation where he fired Jay Hooft and they kind of like broke up, got back together, broke up again. And he had this stream where this was after he went on Locale Live. He had kind of, I want to say, honestly, a bit of like a meltdown in sorts because he was still kind of shit-talking Jay Hoof, but he also went on record to say things about me to where I decided it'd be funny to go onto his stream and cause some shit, and it caused him to melt down even more. So yeah, that stemmed the whole talentless hack thing and the come on my show. Of course, I didn't come on his show. He was already in his feels. I wasn't going to do that. Shortly the week after this, my Locale Live experience where I gave my thoughts on it, talking about my experience with the guest and everything, that I was wanting to actually have a conversation with Review Tech USA, but it turned into a, I guess, blood sports or whatever and the whole thing and just that whole nonsense. I tried to stay off the last week or so from talking about Review Tech. I was just trying to move on, and I've had people come in, oh, it looks like you don't get views and attention when you're not talking about Review Tech. It wasn't about the views when it comes to Review Tech. It was about the lulls. You see, at first I was defending my friend JKB, and then when they were cool, I was moving on. But then once Rich opened the doorway and started to attack me, I was like, you know what? I'm going to milk this dude for everything I get. And I don't understand why it was frowned upon by not only Locale Live, but also JKB's Discord and a few other people. You make YouTube content to get views. You make YouTube content for people to see it. And if it's something that's working, you lean into it. That's how content creation works. But you know how people are on the internet. They flip-flop and they pick different sides and they just get too invested in stuff that really doesn't fucking matter. Keemstar hit the nail on the head when he said that this whole conversation, this whole feud was stupid. It really is. But guess why it's stupid and why it's being drawn out? Because Review Tech can't move on. He's the one that constantly, to this day, still mentions me, still mentions Jay, still goes on, and you can see he just can't help himself on Twitter all the time. So it's good that he's getting off of Twitter. It's absolutely great that he's getting off Twitter. I'm going to be honest, though. He probably will be back by the end of the week. But look at the response of some of these tweets from people over here that are being pretty harsh over him. And I think it's actually well warranted for people to be giving their criticism on some of these tweets that we see from some of these, I guess, detractor channels. One that sticks out to me immensely is from Snaky Coco, who says, "Bet you regret that victory lap you took over JKB, you moron." And honestly, a lot of the pressure and problems that are stemming right now for Review Tech is because of this Jake Hoof stream that he had, where he just like danced on the grave of Jay's streaming career, at least in his mind. He honestly, once the whole situation finished with him and JKB, after he paid Jay, he should have just moved on silently and fucked off. But he did the voice messages things. He did the Meltdown stream, the Victory Lap stream. He's done everything from Local Live experiences. And people are like, oh, Eric is just clinging on to it. No, I haven't fabricated any narrative. I haven't clung on to anything. Anytime I've clapped back, it's when Review Tech has said or done something that warrants a clapback. He's a public figure. He deserves to be talked about, whether you guys like it or not. And sure, maybe I had a massive L because I didn't engage in the blood sports and call him a fat fuck and all this. I already talked about it in all that video and stuff. But honestly, when we're trying to move on and somebody just keeps going on and on and on because they have a problem that the videos I made about him made views, it's only going to make me want to milk it. And that's the way that it's going to go. And like I said, unless something huge happens, I'm not going to pay attention to Review Tech. Only reason why I'm making this video is because this is huge. And you can see how Twitter is responding to a lot of this. They are just burying him immensely. And again, he hadn't helped himself in recent times. He hasn't been helping himself in quite some time. I know he's going through personal family issues. You need to settle that. All right. And this ain't me spreading a false narrative and trying to ruin your career when I say this. You need to focus on that. Get off Twitter. Get off YouTube. Go take care of what needs to be done in your household. Because clearly going on YouTube, streaming, drinking, I guess that's a weed beer or something that you're drinking, doing your edibles and stuff. It's not helping you, man. You're not in the right state of position. I'm not trying to tell you what to do as a man. This is just a suggestion, but also judging from the feedback that you see in your comment sections on your stream channels and all that. It looks like things are going negative towards you. And honestly, it's because of your victory lap stream. It's because you couldn't just move on. And, oh, Eric, you were the one milking it too. Yeah, I have every right to milk, okay? I'm not the one caught up in a conflict. I'm the one that was like, okay, he wants to play ball. I'm going to play ball. And honestly, this is probably about a week since I've made a video on Review Tech. Only reason why I'm talking about it is because I wanted to give my thoughts on him leaving Twitter. And by no means is this me saying, oh, we won, we shut him down, we're going to drive him to do something bad to himself. No, this is just me talking about the situation. And I even heard he's having a meltdown on his Discord. I don't have access to his Discord, but I heard he's melting down. He's banning people. He's blocking anybody that's just saying anything. Just get off of Discord, dude. Ignore all this stuff. My experience with him on Locale the other day, he tried to paint a picture that he didn't care, that none of this was bugging him, but it really did, or else he wouldn't have tried to confront me on Locale Live. He wouldn't have tried to raise a stink about it. He wouldn't be upset that I have incessant videos. It's just, he's somebody that needs to take a step back, smell the fresh air, go for a walk, and enjoy himself. And it's sad to see when you see stuff like this, especially when you've been following a creator for quite a long time. I've seen some of his longtime fans say, they've been following him since they were like 15 and 16, and now they're in their 20s, and that it's sad that they've been a fan of them for so long. And what's funny enough is some of my last couple of videos about him, obviously the I'm scared of Review Tech, that was 110% satire. But to be honest, some of the stuff he was saying on stream, like singing Every Breath You Take and shaking the hand and stuff, it was pretty creepy. You could definitely tell he's on edge, and it's not a good thing. So we'll see how long he stays off of Twitter. I'm thinking it's not going to be very long at all. I'm thinking that he'll be back by the end of the week. But I just wanted to give my thoughts because I know the next time I live stream, this is going to be coming up. I'm not doing a victory lap about it. Honestly, I could give a rat's ass if he comes back or not. But I needed to give my opinion so you guys can know where I stand on the matter. It did not help, Rich, that you made that RIP Jason Hooft victory lap stream. A lot of your backlash came from the way you acted on that, and you still haven't come out and talked about it. All you've basically just been is just trying to move forward, doing your streams and your shorts whenever you have them, and just kind of like being silent, saying you're not going to talk about it anymore. Although you still do little cheap shots here or there about me or even Jay, and that's not me whining like, oh, you did this to me, blah, 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 like Tommy C tried to plant. It's me saying you're not helping yourself. If you truly want to move out of this, it takes you first. You are the common denominator in a lot of this. And if you look at a lot of your criticisms on your comment section or even on Twitter, it's all mostly directed towards just the way that you behave psychologically. So hopefully some good comes out of this for you. Hopefully maybe you get to a better spot where you'll actually sit down and talk to Jay if he's willing to do that, or even myself. Again, I'm not trying to insert myself into the drama. It was originally about defending JKB. When you came out and did the thing on live stream attacking me, that's where I inserted myself into it. And when I knew it started to bug you, I started to do it a lot more. And yeah, so that's where I stand. I'm not trying to milk Review Tech unless he's going to be a prick about it. If he's going to be a prick about it, if he's going to continue doing cheap shots, I'll do it too. But let's be honest. I've still been going forward, trying to make my content, still trying to make entertaining live streams for you guys. And the feedback's been pretty good. And it's been, a nice experience seeing a whole bunch of new people coming to the channel. I know a lot of them came from the drama. That's not my regular content. My content is gaming, nerd stuff, reviews, streams, comedy, food reviews, a whole variety, a whole smorgasbord. But I understand there's a huge amount of you guys that came from the drama. It's not going to be replacing my main content. But again, if something comes up that it warrants criticism, I'm going to talk about it. And if Rich doesn't like it, too bad. And this, again, deleting the Twitter after facing a whole bunch of backlash from a lot of people on Twitter, I think he just took his ball and went home, and hopefully he learns a lesson from this. So let me know your thoughts down below.